Also, I thought about this after the video I had just recently uploaded. I feel like another big issue with the MCU is the Hulk. And it's not because the characterization of the Hulk is wrong or anything of the sort. It's because they're hiding so much from us. The greatest example of that is in Endgame and Infinity War. They had cut scenes from the script that apparently was an inner monologue. Anyways, inner monologue between Banner and the Hulk, where they were actually talking, and they came to the conclusion of Professor Hulk together. And it was like one of those comic book scenes where you see, and especially they did it in the animated movies a lot and animated shows a lot, was showing Bruce and Hulk in the cafe, in the diner. That the most famous scene in all of comics between Hulk and Banner is them in that diner, because apparently like that's like a childhood safe place for Banner. So they go to this diner and they talk, and they just talk and talk and talk, and Hulk brings up the fact that Banner only uses his strength, and he doesn't think of Hulk as a smart person, and he doesn't ask Hulk for ideas or anything of the sort, and he only uses him for his brute strength. And Banner's like, wow, you're actually right. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I was locked up in here too for all those years that you were running around with Thor, and they have an actual conversation. And I feel like if they would have just included even 5 seconds of that conversation, that would have made Professor Hulk more acceptable, because you would have been like, oh, this was their compromise. This wasn't like Marvel pushing something. This was a compromise between two characters living in the same body. And then when She Hulk came out, if you would have shown another scene where Banner got scared and locked Hulk away in his mind, that would have been more impactful when he finally rages out. And then you see Professor Hulk later on using a neuro device or something of the sort. It would have made more of an impact. She-Hulk was just honestly a mess, and I don't think there's any saving that. But for the characterization of the Hulk, those scenes, that inner monologue would have been perfect. Like that's all we would have needed, was just that inner monologue to know why he became Professor Hulk. You know what I'm saying? And that he was still as strong. He still had the Hulk in him, but we wanted to know why did he do that? Like that felt pointless at some point. And this will create a crazier arc in this new Secret Wars stuff, because then in Secret Wars he could be raging out like crazy and have no control over the Hulk, and then we understand why is because they're fighting internally. It's Banner versus Hulk now. And that would be a crazy thing to see in Secret Wars, and I hope the Russo brothers give that to us.